Filming? Okay, it's filming. Okay, so this is gonna be probably one of my most longest videos ever posted to this channel by far, because this video topic is literally 4 years of YouTube experience boiled down into however many minutes this video is, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever. Because I'm gonna be showing you literally everything I've ever learned, ever, in hopes that you could probably start making some money on YouTube for yourself as well. 5K, 10K, whatever it may be. I actually guarantee, virtually, as a matter of fact, if you apply all of these steps to a T, there's no reason for you not to succeed. It's one of those business models, YouTube Automation, Evergreen, that it's because it's evergreen, as long as you continuously push out content in the right step and direction, I have yet to see a single person fail. This is physically impossible, so just don't quit. Don't quit. Watch this entire video. If you want some location freedom and if you're freaking tired of laying bricks all the time, welcome to the show. Okay, number one, YouTube isn't saturated. Your videos just suck. Everything is saturated in life. Do you understand that copywriting, trading, you think that's not saturated? Saturation will never not be a thing in life. Even basketball is saturated, football, dating a girlfriend, that's saturated. But saturation doesn't come into play when you're the best at it. You can just beat everyone. So what you have to understand is A, yes, we should probably not leverage the saturation of markets to our disadvantage and try to dive into other areas where there's less saturation, overall less competition. But don't let that be the reason you don't start into anything at all. This is so important. If you feel like you want to get into anything in life, but then you feel like, oh, it's too many people doing it. Well, saturation even plays in the gym. Too many people are fit. 2025, the gym, the winter arc or whatever you want to call it, there was so many people going to the gym, training, and you see new faces every single day inside of the gym. That doesn't mean that it's so saturated to the point where you can't get fit. Same thing applies with YouTube automation. So many people go into this space. Yeah, there are millions of individuals who use YouTube every single hour, every single minute. 6.9 million individuals that use YouTube every single minute. That's not a fact, but it could be a fact because I made it up. Anyways, all you have to do is figure out how to be the best and how to be better than your competitors. If you find someone who is not doing very, very good, but they are obviously making some pretty decent views and they're very, very small, upcoming as well, they beat saturation, why can't you? Figure out how to make your videos slightly better than your competitors, or just go into a blue ocean, because yes, there are red oceans where there's basically a lot of people inside of that field. But this business model also comes to the point where you can just leverage less saturated things, which are basically going to be sub-niches, if that makes sense. If you want to beat saturation, you have to dive more specific, because saturation happens when the topic is too broad or unspecific. How to make money online, that is so extremely saturated because there are millions of people out there making how to make money online videos. I'm making a make money online video. But notice how this video is not titled how to make money online, even though that's basically the subcategory or the overall picture of this video. So what you have to understand is that the more specific your video ideas can get, the less supply there is. And when there's not a lot of supply for the video content that you're creating, naturally, there's less saturation because there's an overall increase in demand when there's lower in supply. So make it specific, make it better than your competitors, and you'll just do fine. That was a long ass number one. Whoops. Number two, make so much job posts as if you're trying to hire 1 million employees, because I guarantee you this. People will ghost you. People will stop replying to you when you're trying to find the right freelancer. I have a couple clients inside of my community. They'll come up to me asking, hey Daniel, I've been posting job posts for a week now. I can't find the right person to make videos for me. It took me like a month to find my first freelancer and to build up my entire team that I currently have with like 9 people working for me. Not full-time. We have a couple full-time, but 9 people in total that actually work on my channels. Took me almost 6 months. So you have to understand that for you to find the best A-player freelancer that has the right price, has the right discipline, has the right speed and delivery and quality of the videos, it's not going to be your first attempt of posting a job on Upwork or Fiverr to land that person. It'll probably take you 10 or 12, 15 job posts. So make so much job posts, I would recommend doing it every 2 to 3 days. 48 hours. Boom, 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 boom. And every single time, if you max out in invites and then you outreach to 30 different freelancers on Upwork in the Philippines, boom. Every single day you hit 30 people. You max out on your invites. By day 7, what is that, like 250? I can't do math, but it's a lot. Hundreds of people will be applying to a job post. And just play the volume game. I guarantee you, if you have 1,000 people that you outreach to on Upwork, at least one of them will be good. So make so much job posts as if you're trying to hire 1 million people. I guarantee you, if you do that, and you genuinely try to hire 1 million people, you will have a team of very, very good freelancers that are cheap, that are everything. That leads me to my third point. Freelancers above $5 for a simple 60-second video is scamming you, okay? The videos that we post on Evergreen channels specifically are not going to be long channels are not long videos because these videos that we produce are going to be mainly towards a solution that they need to find because they have a current problem. Thus, that's why it's always evergreen. If they always need to watch a video and it's always in demand for it, it has to be something that always has a constant problem. Problems don't have to be specific. They can be subjective, or they could be like broad, not necessarily problems, but things that they want/need. For example, how to make money. It's not a direct problem, but it's something that every person kind of needs, to a sense. Someone also, I guarantee you, if you type in how to delete your Facebook account every single day, millions of people will be trying to delete their Facebook account for whatever bullcrap reason. So just make a video about that. Obviously, that's not a good video topic. I'll have to explain that why in some other future video. But to make a video about how to delete your Facebook account, that shouldn't take 8 minutes. You shouldn't stretch it that long. It should be only 2 minutes, 1 minute. I don't know. And people who are always in need of a solution, they want it quick. They don't want to watch and go through a whole ass intro. Hey guys, welcome to my... They just want the video. They just want the solution. So these videos in general on your Evergreen channels will be very easy to make. They will probably take you like less than 2 minutes to record, 2 minutes to edit, and then a minute for the thumbnail. It takes like 5 minutes to create. Fun fact, when I was making these videos myself in 2023, because I was poor, I was pumping out 13 videos a day. And I was working, I was working 8 to 10 hours a day, but you can do the math on that. I wasn't also, okay, wait, hold on a second. Math is not mathing. I was probably not working at 8 to 10 hours a day, but I was posting a bunch of videos. And at one point I was ripping out 8 videos in 2 hours. So I don't know, it takes not a lot of time. And especially if you are hiring from the Philippines or India or Pakistan, those third world countries, if they're charging $5 for a 60-second video, you're getting scammed. Because not only that, sure, the quality might be pretty good for, $5 for a 60-second video, but they are also going to be very slow to reply to you. I find this pattern that the more expensive you charge, the slower they are. I think it's most likely because they don't have an urgency to create money, because if you're paying them a generous amount of money, oh, look, my rent's just paid over here, I'm not going to reply to you fast. I just chill and do my work, hand in every few weeks, and overall, you're not going to have an efficient team of freelancers. 4, set incentives. Whether good or bad, make sure that before you start working with them, you set the standard of what's going to happen if they slack, and what's the standard if they don't slack and actually go above and beyond. I like to say, hey man, look, before we get into this project, I have to understand that you have to do your work on time and hand in at least 100 videos per week, because that's the standard for my YouTube channel. Say this to them, and if you don't do that after the first 2 weeks, I'll have to cut your pay by 50%. No one wants to get their pay cut by 50%, and because they are freelancers and they most likely have other opportunities, job opportunities, to not just work for you, but for someone else, for some other random ass project, they have no reason to prioritize your work above someone else's, unless you pay them a lot more. But that's kind of a bad incentive, because then you're just going to lose out on money. So if they have an incentive to hand in your work within the next 5 days, or else you'll cut their pay, they're going to prioritize your work over someone else's, guaranteed. No one wants to lose out on money. Only people want to gain money. So also, don't just go the negative, go the positive as well. Hey Bobby, if you make my video for 2 weeks in a row and you hand in work on time and the quality is delivered and you respond fast to me, by the end of the month, I'll pay you a bonus. Say that to them. A bonus sounds so much better, in my personal opinion, and also my personal experience, than an increase in pay. Because that's just the standard of increase in pay. Like, oh, I just got an increase in pay. My standard is up a little bit. But a bonus sounds like you worked hard, sounds like it's not out of the ordinary, sounds like you're generous. I'll pay you a bonus. It could be $10 by the end of the month. Pay them an extra buck. I don't know. I don't care. Say a bonus. You will get your work handed in on time a lot. I have this freelancer. He's been working with me for over a year. And I've just said, like, I'll give you a nice bonus if you just work hard over the next 90 days. You could be kind of, give them a reason to work for it. They're going to do it because they're from a third world country. They need money. Freelancers need money. They're freelancing for a reason. So they're kind of broke. So don't take advantage of them fully, but give them a reason to work hard for your projects. 5, never pay before they do the work, you'll get scammed. I actually have a very good story about this. So, the first ever freelancer I hired was on Fiverr. Number 1 tip, don't hire on Fiverr, hire on Upwork. Fiverr people have the worst voiceovers and they also overcharge like crazy and they are slow. So, obviously that doesn't apply to everyone. These are just them generally speaking. There's always expectations. But if you hire and you pay them before they actually do the work, you just lost all of that incentive that you're building up to them to begin with. What they're gonna do now is literally, like, think about it. If your boss paid you for whatever job you're currently working at before you actually did the work, are you gonna genuinely try your best when performing that task, or would you be slightly lazier? Be honest to yourself. You're gonna most likely just slack a little bit. You already got paid, you're just chilling. You gotta get the work done. Whew. So don't pay them before they do any of the work. Not only that, but they're probably gonna scam you. So going back to my story, I had this guy. I was charging him $3 per video. And he was the slowest person ever. Good thing I stopped working with him. But he was so slow to the point where he would leave me undelivered for weeks. 2 weeks at a time. None of the videos were getting in production fast enough. And my topics didn't really do as good. But the moment I ditched that freelancer, and I found a much better person, started hiring them for similar price, but obviously I didn't pay them beforehand. The work was created so much more efficiently, and I even gave them a bonus at the end of the month because they deserved it. Number 6, post first, study later. If you're always afraid about, oh my gosh, I don't know if this video will do good enough, I'm gonna hyper optimize my first video, you're never gonna get anywhere. You're never gonna get anywhere in life in general if you just don't do it to begin with. How are you supposed to get a girlfriend if you never ask a girl? How are you supposed to ever get very good at playing basketball if you never shot a hoop? So post first, and then once you get some content out there, use your analytics and then study. Look at the data, see what doesn't work, okay? Especially at the beginning, I would argue that you shouldn't let the first 100 videos, no matter what niche, no matter what kind of videos, what kind of channel you're posting, have the first 100 videos out with no expectations. Sure, some of them might pop off or go viral, but that's probably beginner's luck. For most of the time, at least. So, post first, study later. Don't worry about quality as of right now. Get the quantity out. By the way, this is coconut water. Number 7, copy other channels that are smaller than yours. Why do I say that? Because if you copy a channel that's bigger than yours, that's kind of dumb, because they have more authority than you. And there's something called channel authority within YouTube, where if they have a lot of subscribers and they have a bunch of videos that are posting every single day that are getting ranked and pulling in views, they just naturally have a better history with YouTube, and YouTube will prioritize their video and push it out a lot further because it's proven to work. Unlike a brand new channel that's probably going to be a scam channel, because there's so many bot channels out on YouTube that get flagged all the time because the quality of content is so low. So not only should it keep a quality semi-good, but copy other smaller channels that are doing good as well. Because, like I said earlier, they don't have channel authority. They have to actually create semi-good topics and semi-good videos to get views. And so whatever worked for them will most likely work for you as well. Whoops. Number 8, topic research every single day. Treat it as if you are obsessed with topic researching. And I have a bunch of other videos about how to properly topic research, which is going to be the most important skill inside of this business model, because you can have the best freelancer, you can have the best team, you have the best videos. But if the topic itself is naturally not in demand, or there's just way too much supply to the point where even if you're the best person, you'll just never be found, like how to play Minecraft, your video will not get views. It's all about having a good enough balance between saturation and the quality of your videos. So make sure that your video topics are not only good, but you're practicing the skill of finding the right topics every single day. So every single day, week by week, month by month, you will get better. The skill of topic research is the #1 most important skill inside of Evergreen YouTube Automation. And messing up that skill, even if you had my own personal freelancer team, will probably not do you any good. And if you're wondering about how you can actually proper topic research, keyword research, niche research, and actually find the best videos, comment yes, and then I'll drop a video sometime in the future. I already have one that's like semi-okay. It's about how to use, NextLab, which is the software, to find topic research, but that's not the best strategy. You don't want to rely on a software to help you get the topics. Softwares can help, like vidIQ, TubeBuddy, whatever. But those are good to find specific niches to work off of. Actual words and phrases and keywords are found from something called the YouTube search bar method. That's the strategy which I always use. It's all what my clients use to find very, very profitable video topics that have naturally a high demand, low supply, where even if you have a bad video content, it'll still do good. Number 9, milk what works so much until it's here to stay forever, okay? So, there's no such thing as milking something too much. Milking just means rinsing and repeating and doubling down on what works, by the way, if you're millennial. So, whenever you find a specific niche that made you more money on a specific day or just got you more views, why not double down on it? It's literally a proven concept given to you on a graph in your analytics telling you to make more videos about it. So what you have to do is make at least 2 to 3 videos every single day on that specific niche. It could be the exact same topic, or it could be a very, very similar topic that is in the same niche, but just obviously the content itself is different. Excuse me. So milk will work so much until something bad happens, or until your channel is basically physically here to stay forever in that specific niche and you just completely dominate that field. Usually, if you post and only post that video for like 5 years, that's too much. But do it for a few months, do it for a few weeks, whatever, and just every single day, replicate what got you the most revenue. All right, softwares and management. Number 10, what do we use to actually attract and sustain our business? The software that we use for management in general is called Trello, and I'll have another video about how to use Trello, how to set up properly, but I'll actually jump on here at the computer real quick. I'll show you what my Trello setup looks like. Let me pause real quick. So this is one of my sample boards that I created. You can see we have the video topics right over here where you just find a random topic. Obviously, you have to do your due diligence and research beforehand, but once you find a topic that you like, put it inside a video topics card. Then you have another card that's called creator is working on it. And then your freelancer is basically just going to drag that topic into here. And then the blah, 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 they're going to create their video, start the production from start to end. Then once they make the video as well as the thumbnail, they want to attach a Google Drive link right over here. Click on attachments. And then they're going to attach a link. Boom, finished. Drag it into video done. And then either you can upload the video or you can get uploader to upload the video onto your channel and just pay them an extra small fee. Boom. Once it's completely uploaded right over here, they're going to drag it into this section and then obviously have an invoice of the total videos they have created, so then you can pay them accordingly. Boom. Super simple and efficient. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on some freaking management team. Just use Trello. Very simple. It's free. So not a sponsor or affiliate. Just use Trello. It's the easiest thing ever. All right. Going back into skip. What is going on? Slideshow. As for softwares, you don't need any specific software to... There's no such thing as finding a magic software that will just print you money and find you the best topics. All that comes with experience and actually understanding the skill of topic research using the YouTube app itself. YouTube app will give you the most specific and accurate data as it is physically the right numbers from the app itself, if that makes sense. No third-party tool will give you better, accurate data than YouTube itself. So just use YouTube. If you want me to release a video about how to actually do proper keyword research, topic research, and niche research within YouTube, drop the comment yes. and I'll do it. If it gets 10,000 likes and or 10,000 comments, I'll do it. Number 11, your video content doesn't actually matter. So what do I exactly mean by that? If you have a Mr. Beast level content, but then your thumbnail and title is a black screen with nothing, why would anyone click on it? The packaging of the video and the idea itself is a bajillion times more important than the actual video quality or the content itself. So focus on that rather than making your video. Obviously, the content matters. You want the hook to be good so then they don't click off. And then you might want to have a couple of rehooks throughout the video so then they don't click off and they retain. But I've actually experimented before where if you have a very good click-through rate, which is the thumbnail and the title, let's say you have a 20% click-through rate, and then you have a 30-second retention on a 5-minute video, which is terrible, by the way, that video would still perform super, super good. And vice versa, if you had a click-through rate of 2%, so only 2% of the people who come across your video actually clicks on it, and the video is 5 minutes, and the majority of the people watched 4 minutes of it, which is very good retention, that video would do shit. No one would actually click on it. No one would actually watch it. You will not get views, and views pay you. So you will not make any money at all if you hyper-focused on the video, but the topic and packaging was terrible. Obviously, for the best of both worlds, you want to have both very, very good. 20% click-through rate, 80% retention. That's insane, but that's nearly impossible, and it is so much easier to just nail the packaging and the actual video idea rather than the entirety of the video. You need like Mr. Beast level editing craziness, years of experience to land a viral video where the entire duration is solid. So I've also gotten away with content that is extremely clickbaity and sounds super fake, but that doesn't matter because you clickbait them, you might get some mad comments, but what is that going to do? You're still going to get paid at the end of the day. That doesn't matter. You're not going to get striked or banned or whatever unless you violated some terms of services, but that rarely happens. Just make your topic very, very good. So that leads into my next point. Perfect your titles and make them better than your competitors. So your title is everything. And by title, I mean topic, because the topic is the title. When you find topics and when you do keyword research, you're not gonna just put that video topic and then nothing else. If I wanted to make a video that's evergreen in the Facebook niche, let's say how to create a Facebook account, that is not gonna do good because there are probably 10,000 other channels making how to create your Facebook account, okay? If you want people to click on your video above someone else's, you have to give them a reason, an enticing reason for them to click on yours above another one's. Let's say you have a very high-end video made by Mr. Beast about how to delete your Facebook account. Obviously, whatever. And your video is right over here, how to delete your Facebook account. But instead of your video saying how to delete a Facebook account, it says new, updated, how to delete your Facebook account in 1 minute, 2025 full guide. That's a lot longer, but that will mean so much more than a freaking video that says how to delete a Facebook account, because this other one is gonna, upon perspective, perceived as more value and more helpful than this one that might be outdated. It doesn't matter if your video is created in 2022, even if it says new/updated full guide, that is gonna give the viewer so much bigger of an urgency to click on yours above the competitors. So do whatever you can to make your title sound better than the video competitors' titles, because chances are, that leads to the next point, a lot of titles suck on YouTube and your competitors are shit. Like, a lot of them don't know how to properly create good videos. Their quality of the video is terrible. Like, honestly, 80% of content on YouTube is low quality content. So you can very, very easily beat them in terms of the video content quality itself with very good voiceover and very, very good recording with no filler content. That's very key. If you genuinely want your content to do good with high retention, do not have filler content in it. Do not just drink coconut water in the middle of sentences or have coffee while you're just pausing. That will cut your retention so much. So this video now probably has like 2 views or 1 view now, because at the start I said you'll only get 2 views. But the competition you're facing, smaller channels are so bad. Even some of the bigger channels inside the Evergreen YouTube space, their content sucks and their thumbnails are very, very basic. You will understand, you would see a pattern within Evergreen YouTube, is that a lot of the thumbnails are just a copy paste of what the top person does. As long as you can figure out a way to make yourself better than your competitors. It doesn't have to be the best. It doesn't have to be Mr. Beast level. It doesn't have to be super crazy good. Just make it slightly better than your competitors. I guarantee you that would go a long way. And people over time will just click on your stuff more than someone else's. Make your thumbnails bolder. Make your texts littler. By little, I mean less text on your thumbnails. People don't like to read a whole ass paragraph because that's what the title's about. The title's there to give them the reason of what the video is actually about. The thumbnail's only supposed to be created to entice and amplify what the topic is, not a copy of the title. Number 14, you can win purely with volume. Holy crap, this is a 26-minute video. Okay. You don't have to have the best videos. You don't have to have the best thumbnails. You can even be worse than your competitors, okay? But if you post 4 times more than your competitors and you have your video content that is twice as bad, you'll still do double the amount of work that they're doing and you still get double the results. That's just plain math, okay? You can do the math on that. I've also experimented with a point where I was posting 30 videos every single day. That was in the month of December 2023. So that led to one of the best months ever, where the videos I posted in December alone was paying me 1K to 1.5K every single month. Okay, and that lasted for like a whole ass year. I think right now it's still paying me like $800 a month just off of the videos I posted in the month of December. Those production, I'm pretty sure because I posted 900 videos, about $3 each. You can do the math on that. I paid a few $1,000s for those production videos, and that resulted in so much dollars generated long term. You can win purely by just mass posting so much. Obviously, if your titles are terrible and they're like how to make money online, how to create a Facebook account, how to cook a perfect egg, that's very terrible. Those are the worst topics ever. So your topics matter so much inside of this YouTube space. The idea, the niche, the hook is also a little bit important, and the thumbnail. The packaging is everything. It does 99% of the work. Then the content after the first 5 seconds, it doesn't matter. You can literally have a piece of content that's completely irrelevant, like me drinking coffee. Now it'll still do good. So you can win purely with volume. Number 15, innovate every month, no matter how stupid it may be. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. I was hyper obsessive with making a change to better my structure and my systems inside of my business to the point where I was just adding a little extra description at the end of my videos. It doesn't matter like what you do, but exponential compounding is real. Like if you genuinely put 1% of more effort every single day, after a year, you make so much more improvements and it will help your channel grow tremendously. I would suggest every single month, see what your weakest point is. If it's your freelancer that's a little bit slower, fire them or add an incentive. Remember, incentives play a big role. If for whatever reason your video's RPM is kind of low, let's make higher RPM videos. Your revenue is only capped by your weakest points. So what do I mean by that? Your weakest point, whether that be your RPM, your views, your freelancers, your video topics, that is the reason why your income is at where it is. It's not determined by your best thing. It's determined by your worst thing. So make sure that every single month, no matter what, it could even be every single week, you're making some sort of change or improvement to make your overall channel better. Split test different thumbnails. See what kind of colors work better. See what kind of title structures work better. See what kind of hooks and what you say in the first sentence of your videos work best. Experiment with a female voiceover or a male voiceover, because both work than the other, but it just depends on what niches and what videos you're posting. So do a lot of split testing. Always use the best ones and make improvements. 16, this is quite self-explanatory. Shorts suck. If you're making shorts on your Evergreen YouTube channel, you are not only killing your channel, but it's just dumb. You're just wasting energy, okay? Because shorts in no way correlate to your long-form views, which is what pays you the most money, and shorts don't pay you money, period. You can get 1 million views on shorts and that'll pay you like $10. And I would much rather have a video that get me only 100 views, but it has a $10 RPM than 1 million views. Because what's 1 million views gonna do when you're not getting paid from it? Sure, you could grow your subscribers, but that doesn't mean anything when your subscribers are not gonna be coming back to watch your content. And again, like I said in the beginning of this video, you're not building videos for subscribers. Subscribers don't matter. fan bases don't matter in Evergreen Automation. It's solely created as a cash cow channel to print you money month after month on autopilot, basically. Holy crap. It's a short suck. Number 17. It is easier to get big views. It is easier to get big RPM than big views. So what is RPM? If you're new here, RPM is how much you get paid per 1,000 views, and that's determined by who watches your content. So picture this analogy, okay? If you have 100 people that are in first world countries, like North American, they are adults, they are all business owners that make $10,000 a month, and they have money to spend, and those 100 people watches your content. And then an advertiser places an ad on your video. What's the chances of those people, audiences watching your content, buying that ad? Is it 50%? Is it 20%? It's going to be fairly good compared to if you had 100 Indian kids playing Roblox. If they're from third world country, they have no money. If they're kids, they have no money. If they're playing video games, chances are they don't have any money. So then that same advertiser who places their content on your video, no one's going to buy. So then the advertiser is not going to be willing to spend their advertising budget on your content, or they're going to probably invest a very little amount of dollars into your video content. Okay? They're going to invest like 50 cents per 1,000 views because they're not going to ROI. And then thus, if you had that very, very high spending power audience, they know as advertisers, they're going to probably ROI if they have, obviously, my eyeballs buying their stuff. So then, because of that, the advertisers are going to be in a bidding war because you have limited views. You're not going to get infinity views. Your video is probably going to get like a few thousand views over the course of the next few weeks or months, whatever. And that results in a bidding war where advertiser A is going to be willing to invest $10 per 1,000 views. Advertiser B is going to try to invest $12 per 1,000 views. And they're going to be bidding against each other because there's a limited supply of views that your video will generate. And then they obviously want to capitalize on your views. So when that happens, you're going to build up a very, very big RPM. And all you have to do, I'm going to like preference this so much. All you have to do to get a big RPM is to target your videos towards the right people. You don't need to have any sort of fancy packaging. You don't need to have any fancy video edits or rehook structures. That's for virality. And to get big views, you have to be like the next Mr. Beast. It's so complicated. I can't fathom how to get big views. Like, I've never focused on getting big views or trying to go viral. All I focused was hitting the right people. And it is so much easier to get a $100 RPM. That exists out there. One of my students right here, I'll pop it up, got a $2,000 RPM. It's so much easier to get a $100 RPM for 10 people to watch your content than 100,000 views with the $1 RPM. I think they're a similar pay. Or maybe I did the math wrong. I'm very bad at math. But it is so much easier to just attract the right person to watch your content by structuring your video topic towards a specific hyper niche than to try your best to go viral, hit a broad audience, get all Indian viewers, and then you still don't make any money. So focus on the specific RPM, not the views. Okay, number 18. This is the last one because I'm 18 years old. Number 18, get a mentor. Look, you don't have to get a mentor. You can succeed with anything on your own, right? You can become the world's best YouTube automation person. You can become a super strong lifter. But have you ever seen a world star basketball player without a coach? Have you ever seen the best tennis player learning by themselves? Have you seen someone graduate Harvard and become a mathematician just by playing around with numbers on their own? No, they had a teacher, they had a mentor, they had someone who was better than them, fast track and show exactly how they personally done it, and giving all the knowledge to the mentee so then they can fast path and fast track their success and their way to success in a fraction of the time. And time is money. Find someone who has more information and knowledge than you, humble yourself a little bit, and ask what they can do to help you. Obviously, if there is genuine someone who is very, very successful and has proven themselves inside of a space, just stick with them. Don't learn from other different people. Don't learn from me and then hop into another YouTube automation guy and then find another person, because all of what we teach works, because it has worked for us specifically, but it doesn't mean that all of our stuff are going to be the same exact teachings. What worked for them will probably not work for me, and the way that I run my channels would be very, very different from what another person runs their channels. I have a friend, actually. He runs brain rot content that is targeted towards kids with a very low RPM, but he still gets money somehow. I don't know how that works. I'm not into that field. I just like to target the right people who have spending power, very easy to get views, very easy to make a lot of money without a lot of views. So that's what I do, and that's what I preach. But if they do a completely different strategy that still works, go ahead and listen to them, because the last thing that's going to happen is if you get a bunch of people to help you, all of them feed you different results, all of them teach you different strategies, you're going to be super confused, you're going to not implement any of the techniques properly, and then you're going to be left with a dead channel. So don't do that. That's the end of my training, though. I'll place a link in the description of this video so then you have the potential to work with me, but I do not want to work with everyone because, yes, this is not a free program. My community is going to be paid. You have to have at least some money to get started. YouTube automation is not a free business model, so I'll just bring that out there, push that out there. I don't really care. But I'm only looking for those who are genuinely very, very hardcore and down to earth, ready to grind for the next 3 to 6 months, because that is what it takes. And if you don't see results after like 2 weeks and then you quit because of that, then this is not for you. So I don't care if you have money to give to me. Like, I'm not going to bring you inside my program if I genuinely don't think I can't help you. So if we do align, and if you think I can help you, and if I think I can help you, then we're going to work together and we're going to make a bunch of money off of YouTube. But if not, then I'm not going to pitch you, or my head coach won't. So with that being said, I'll leave a link below. You can definitely apply to it. You can watch my free video, my free training, which I've created, which is arguably better than a lot of paid premium courses out there. I've probably spent 2 months to create that content. So definitely give that a watch. Other than that, I'm going to freaking finish my coffee and I'm going to head to bed. So see you guys soon. Oh my gosh, bro. This is a long ass piece of content. I need to piss. This is so bad.